Hey, Mike. Mike, I was in bed early last night because I was on call. I missed shooting the poop. How'd your live go? Oh, okay, Easton. Cool. Thank you. Well, you're doing some really good stuff over there, and I'd like to see young people that are out willing to actually be creative and instead of being in front of video games. And that's awesome. I'm sure you play your fair share of video games. Maybe you don't, but still, it's nice. You don't see that very often. My grandson is 14, and when I get a chance, I try to get him out in the shop as much as I can. All right, thanks, Tim. I don't know if it's just a beginning startup or what, but there's nothing running in the background. It's just the live. So I don't know. Maybe I need to get a new phone, get a new camera. We'll see. I do have some projects I got to get on today. I got to go to Home Depot, take some wood back that I had extra from making the box and the easels, and get some new wood. My wife has some Halloween projects she wants me to make, so we'll probably be working on that today and tomorrow. I kind of look forward to, and it's going to be different than the skull videos. I love doing the skulls, but I got to get back into making some builds. So, Mike, you mentioned that your live was about some of the things people would like to see from the tribe. What kind of ideas did you have? I don't want to take away from you're live, but what are you thinking? What are you thinking the tribe can do to help other people? Because I'm always about helping other people, trying to help them succeed, help them with making content. But what are you thinking? Should turn my fan on. So, just so you know, hey Shoops, thanks for being here. I am probably going to run into an issue with this, and I'm expecting it, and that's okay. If you can see it, there is a burrow hole, a bug hole right here. And when I was working on this mustache, it looks like it comes out over here. So I believe I'm going to hit a void sometime soon when I start doing the rest of this. But maybe it'll give it character. Maybe it'll look like it was shot in the head. I don't know. We'll see. What I'm going to do is I like to draw on where I want my eyes to go. Because I want to try and make it somewhat symmetrical. Still haven't learned how to make one side a mirror image of the other, but that's why we constantly learn, right? And besides, it's a wood spirit. It's not supposed to be perfect, I don't think. Close to. There are plenty wood carvers out there that make perfect wood spirits. And they're enjoyable to watch. And that goes without saying. Should clean out my bit then. I don't have the fan on because I don't want it to be too loud for you guys. But I think I'm going to have to turn it on soon. I'm starting to get a lot of dust. Changing burrs right now. Hey, Dad. Timless just hit over 100 subs last week. That's awesome. If you guys haven't subscribed to Tim, go to his channel. Let's get him, keep him above 100 subs. Wow, 54,000 views? That is amazing. And 82 subs? Congratulations, sir. You guys are going to have to teach me the secrets. Change burrs again. I like using this burr. I don't know if you can see it that well, but this burr right here, I like using it for the eyes because it makes kind of a cleaner cut. And then I'll go through and use another burr to shape everything up. And I like to do, once I get the cheeks back down, I like to do an undercut under the eye to give it some depth. If you guys could hit that like button. It says we got 293 watching, which is really cool. Thank you all. So if you haven't hit the like button or subscribe, do so. Try to put out some pretty good content. Hey, Bourbon Hunter, how's it going? So this is a big chunk of wood. I think I measured it on my live last week, and I think it's like 4.5 inches in diameter. So that's a pretty nice chunk of wood. If you haven't seen, or if you didn't see that one, it's actually pretty big. I believe it's 4.5 inches across. started this wood spirit on one side, and then what kind of wood is it? Possum. I have to ask or tell you. I don't know. I have a very good habit of driving down the road and just seeing limbs or branches or stuff laying on the road, and I'll stop and pick it up. And there is a national forest where they went through and did a bunch of logging. So I'll walk through the logged areas and see what kind of wood, or just see what wood is laying around, and picked it up. So I don't really know what it is, honestly. I know cedar is pretty prevalent, but hey, Suda. But I definitely know this is not cedar. Does not smell like cedar. Doesn't carve like cedar. So it's a harder wood, but I really don't know. I just pick up what I can pick up. Thank you very much. So I'm going to take these eyes down in a little bit more. This one's a little more shallow than that one. There we go. It is a little bit better. Yeah. So as you'll see, I will work on something. Like I want to get these eyes in, and I want to get the cheeks formed so I know how much deeper I need to go with the eyes if I want to go any deeper. So I tend to be, I don't want to say a slow carver, but I don't blow through and be like, that's done. No, I'll work with it for a little while until I'm happy with it. There are times I just have to stop, because if I mess with it too long, I will screw it up. think I'm going to take this forehead down a little bit more. Just a little bit. I think it needs to come down in the front above the eyes. How do you guys get so much cottonwood bark? And where do you get it from? I was in that forest where where they were doing some logging, and I was for sure I found cottonwood. I was like, yes, I hit the mother lode. And guess what? It was not cottonwood. All right, taking this down. Artsy Doodoo! What's up, Artsy Doodoo? So the nice thing I like about the carving is, not that I'm a professional, but I always just end up working it as I'm going. Like the eyes, I know I made them a little bit high, but now I can take the forehead down. If you can see, I've been working at getting the forehead back. So now by bringing these eyelids, eye sockets down, it's going to give more roundness to the forehead. I don't know how good you guys can see that, but that I like. Then I'll put some eyebrows up here and clean this all up. You can see on this side, but yeah, I like working it as I go. I don't like going in full tilt. Bam, here's a wood spirit. I kind of want to bring out different details in it as I go. I will say this, I've never claimed to have a lot of patience in life, but since learning to carve, you definitely need to have some patience. And that's one thing that I am learning. I gotta turn this fan on. If this fan is too much, let me know. I'm gonna turn it on low, see if it'll suck some of this dust out. But yeah, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, please. 1 second. I'm going to turn this fan around. Blowing out doesn't seem to be helping. The laptop being in front of the fan doesn't seem to help, but that's all right. So let's see what's happening in chat. Does the Wood Spirit, hey Plato, need buffing? No, I mean, I'll go over it and give it some detail, but I won't sand it down, if that's what you're asking about. So let's see. Do want to slap some eyebrows on this. Don't ever be afraid to add indicator lines so you know about your center point. If you look on my nose, I've left just a little tip of a line here to let me know where the center line has been, and I'll clean all that up. Suda, make sure you post your link in the chat so people can possibly subscribe. You know, like I said, all of you guys, post your links. You are more than welcome. And the nice thing about drawing these on first is you can't really screw up. I mean, you can, trust me, I've screwed up plenty. But I noticed I didn't want that big hooping look right there, so I'm cutting that down a little bit more. Pretty close. Pretty close. Hey, Artist Resin. I'm going to make you a moderator. Give me 1 second. Nice having you here. There you go. Should be a moderator, and if you want to share your link in the channel, by all means. And if you guys find it interesting to subscribe to any of these channels, please do. Because a lot of them are all throughout the tribe. They're all throughout the community. And I see them supporting many, 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 many different channels. So I guarantee they will support you also. Pretty close. So my wife and I were talking, and next weekend, I'm sure some of you have heard me talk about, I used to work in a haunted house, and I'm thinking about next weekend taking a ride out to my old haunted house. Would you guys want to see a video of that? So I want to see how it's changed over the years. I know it's changed since I've been there, but it'd be interesting. I want to go on a ghost hunt. That just sounds so fun. Speaking of ghost hunts, believe it or not, the haunted house that I used to work at, it is an old pig slaughter farm. I'm gonna take a break and talk with you guys for a second. And there were deaths on the farm. What do I do when I find a ghost? Or find what? Because I actually have a story I can share with you. So the haunted house that I used to work at is truly haunted. It's not, it is haunted. They've had different agencies out there doing their little ghost hunts, and all of them found different stuff. See ya, Artist Resin. Thank you. And I used to do photography out there. Because if you guys didn't know, I used to be a photographer. And I would set up photo shoots throughout the haunted house. And my light bulbs would end up missing and misplaced. Well, these light bulbs run around $75 per bulb. So I'm very careful with where the bulbs are. And nobody else would be in this room. And the bulbs would be moved. My equipment would be moved. One time, I was in the area waiting, and I thought another actor was coming in. So there's a shadow coming towards me. And as it's coming towards me, it's getting lighter and lighter, and then finally it just boom, it just disappeared. It wasn't a person. The office door would fully open and close by itself. Pilato, no, I don't do photography anymore. Haven't really kept up with the equipment, and you know, cameras and phones and stuff are so good. I mean, I do some stuff, but it got to a point to where I was doing weddings, I was doing senior pictures, family photos, and then when you price it, you know, you get calls back, oh no, so-and-so is going to do it for me for half that. You know, they got a nice iPad or something. They can take perfect pictures. So Yeah, I kind of got out of the photography thing. I still love it, still do it. I love doing industrial type photography, going into abandoned buildings and taking those kind of pictures. But yeah. So yeah, the haunted house that I used to work at is truly haunted. Rumor has it, one of the night shift guys had a heart attack, fell into one of the hog troughs. And if you know anything about hog troughs, hogs, they will eat whatever. So when they came in, they found him half eaten and stuff. So this is the finished side. You can see it. And that's kind of what I made on this side. And I'm working on the other side. Allison, you are very true. I've had some. Unfortunately, my other Facebook account got deactivated or something. I lost it. And I lost so many photos. We used to make posters for the actors, and people could come in and buy their favorite actor on a poster. And I've caught some really weird things on photos, but unfortunately I lost a lot of those photos when I lost my other Facebook account. So yeah. But I've always had a love for Halloween. Thank you, Rusty. Good seeing you, Rusty. Hey, everybody, Rusty's here. And thank you, Possum. Thank you. I'm a little nervous on this side because there is a hole here from the bugs. So I think when I put the beard in or the mustache in, it's gonna break out, but that's all right. You know, Tim, you're not the first person to tell me that my backside looks really good. Did I just say that? I think I just said that. There's ghost hunter videos out there. There are videos out there, and actually, I don't know how many people know this. My wife and I actually got married in that haunted house, and we were in full costume, everything. She was a bloody mess. The actors were a part of the bridal party. You can actually find that video on YouTube if you guys would like to watch it. It is, what's the name of the house? It's called Darkside Acres Haunted House in Jonesville, Michigan. And I think if you search Darkside Acres wedding or something, you'll see our wedding video that's up there. It was pretty cool. Once we got done, they took us out of the haunted house. We got married just before they opened, and then they threw us into a hearse and drove us around the property so all the patrons that were coming in could see us. It was interesting to say the least. Well, Possum, that's better than 3 states. It's better than 3 states. I just want to go a little deeper on these because when I bring the forehead back down, I want them to have some shape. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of Rhinestones who's in, because And she's able to do everything left-handed, right-handed. If I lose my right hand, I am finished. I just cannot carve or anything with my left hand. Michigan has a lot of fishing, a lot of good fishing. Excellent fishing, as a matter of fact. But I think we fall short on the flying monkeys. So I haven't seen very many flying monkeys in Michigan. But yes, Michigan, my cousin actually owns a fishing charter. And hit that like button, everybody, please. See, there's almost 1,200 views. So if there's that many people here, hit that like button. My cousin runs a fishing charter on Lake Erie and the Detroit River, and he really hits the walleye hard with his charter, and he does really good. I've gone out with him a few times, and just about every time we limit out on the walleye, and I love some walleye. I believe he said perch is starting to run. So he's been doing really well on the perch too. Oh, walleye and perch? Oh my goodness. Man, oh man. The nice thing about my cousin is, I mean, he has the charter. He supplies all the rigs. And when you get back, he will clean everything up for you, so you're basically going home with bags of fillets. And I don't know how many people know this. This might be too much, but walleye cheeks, there is this honey spot of walleye that is literally in their cheeks. It is like a fish nugget. That is the best part of the walleye are those cheeks. I will fight you over some walleye cheeks. No joke. Oh, you found the wedding video? Oh my goodness. Now everybody's going to leave and not watch the live. Nice. Yeah, my wife, she doesn't have a jaw or a chin or teeth in that video. So it's pretty interesting. And the guy that did the wedding, he dressed up as a zombie, and he did a really good job. It was a really, really fun time. And actually, the guy that shot the video is probably going to be like, what the heck? This thing is still getting views. And yeah, it was a good time. So let everybody know how you like it. It was probably one of the most interesting weddings you'll ever see. Actually, the way that came about, the way the wedding came about was, like I said, I was working out there. My wife and I, at the time, were engaged, and we have a blended family. So her kids are my kids. I've raised them since they were young, so I don't think of them as my stepkids or stepchildren. They're my kids. They're my son and my daughter, as well as my son and daughter. And with that being said, we always had things going on, different school events, different everything. And I was out working one weekend at the haunted house, and the owner was like, "Hey, we'd like to do a wedding out here." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. That's crazy. I don't know anybody that's ever going to want to get married in a haunted house, but yeah, go for it. I think that'd be a good time. Go ahead." So I come home and I'm talking to my wife, and she's like, "How's your weekend?" I was like, "Good." I said, "You know what those fools want to do out there?" And she's like, "What?" I was like, "They want to have a wedding." And she's like, "A wedding? Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, isn't that dumb?" So a couple weeks later, she's like, October 1st, we don't have anything going on. And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "We like Halloween, right?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, we love Halloween." She's like, "Wouldn't it be something if we got married October 1st? We could start October with our anniversary, and then we could end it with Halloween." I was like, "Yeah, that's great." Well, next thing you know, I'm in a haunted house, getting married, kissing a bloody bride. So I think I was set up. I will always say I think I was set up. I loved it. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to blend in the top of the eyebrows to the forehead / where the skin should be, just so it looks more natural. But I did find a hole right there, so I'm gonna have to be careful. I don't care if there's holes in it or not. It's probably gonna make it look cooler, but that's what I'm trying to do. Awesome. So I'm going to work on one more thing. Hey, Serendipity. How are you today? I kind of want to, down here, where the cheeks come, before I blend this in, I kind of want to come back out of here and put a little bit of, I don't know, something here. I feel like it needs something to break this up. I'm just trying to figure out what it is I want. So I don't think I'm going to put a beard on this guy, which is fine. Maybe this will turn into a beard, but I feel like there needs to be something here. I just feel like it needs to be there. So then I'm going to need to work this side a little bit more to get it down. We'll work on that. Fu Manchu. And maybe it will be a beard. I don't know. I just feel like there needs to be something there. Do know this, I need to get some new burrs. These are getting worn out. funny. This piece of wood is so big. Whenever I carve deep into it, I feel like I got to put a death grip on it. Malevolent. Thank you. I don't sell them yet. I don't sell them. As a matter of fact, I in most cases give them away. I just don't feel like I'm good enough to sell them yet. But thank you very much. And yeah, and I don't talk price anyways. If you're serious, my email is on YouTube. We can talk. But I don't sell them yet. Well, thank you very much. So probably end the live here shortly. I may do another live later on tonight, but I noticed my wife is home, so I will be needing to run up to Home Depot to grab some wood. But if you guys haven't yet, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I would love to see someone in a Viking theme. You know, I would love to do a Viking. I've got to figure it out first. I feel like I'm almost close, but I would love to do a Viking. All right. Hey, Spike, how's it going? Yeah, you guys, drop your links. If you can pick up some subscribers off this live, that would be awesome. So, drop your links and see if we can't help get you a few subscribers. And if you haven't, look up Jordy Johnson, Carving Fusion, and Matt Carves. Look those guys up. If somebody can put their links in the chat, check out Jordy and Matt. I think you'll be very pleased with the work that they do, and they are kind of the Dremel carving gurus. So check them out. It's a hard piece of wood. So yeah, I'm going to stop carving for now. I will hang out for about 5 more minutes and chat with you guys. If you guys got to see the wedding video, cool. If not, look it up. It was a good time. And if you can, like and subscribe if you have not. And check out everybody's links. Go to everybody's pages. Subscribe to everybody. One thing about this community is this community truly does want everybody to succeed. So, yeah. I think this was a good carve. So far for this morning, I'm going to have to fix this side to match this side a little bit better. But so far, I think it's coming along good. It's going to be cool to have double-sided, and I might even add a third one. Thinking about putting some leaves or something up in here. And then this little space here, maybe, I don't know, doing a small tree, something. It just feels like this is such a big piece of wood that it needs some attention to it. It needs more stuff. But sometimes less is better. Awesome. So we got probably about 5 more minutes. Get your links out there. And if somebody wants to talk about something, let me know. I will talk about it for about 5 minutes. If you have a question, ask. And yeah, cool. Yeah, Jordy Johnson. Make sure you hit Carving Fusion. Matt Carves for sure. You know, those two. And then of course Grumpy. Go to Grumpy's. And subscribe. Subscribe to everybody in chat. That's the best thing you can do. Subscribe to everybody in chat that's here. And you're going to find a lot of great content out there. I like Jordy and Matt because they're 2 different styles of carving. And I try to adapt a little bit of both along with my own. meaning I learn what to do with Jordy, I learn what to do with Matt, and then I screw everything up with my own. So, no, it's good. It's good. But thank you. Thank you, Susie. It's not done yet. Like I said, I might go live again later and finish this up down here. I really didn't work the wood here like I should have to put something there. And I'm realizing that now. But he'll be finished later on, and then I might move on to something else. Grumpy. Good question. So the heart challenge. I was not smart, and I still mess up a lot. I start carving, then realize I needed to leave that part alone. Yeah, me too. That's why I take breaks on it. So the heart challenge. White Rabbit, thank you for being here. Give me 1 second, and I will answer that. I ended the heart challenge in the week that my son was getting married. So it actually, the last day for turn-in would have been September 20th. But that week got away from me. If you still have a picture, send me a picture. And when I get the video ready, I will add it. But I will be working on that very soon. Very soon. But get me that photo as soon as possible. See you later, Artsy. White Rabbit. I am using the Vevor 1200 flex shaft carving tool. I like it. I like it a lot. And I don't have links to it because there are many other ones out there you can buy. But so far, I have been very happy with the Vevor flex shaft 1200. It's served me well, and I've broke it many of times because I'm just careless. But I've been able to repair it. Paleto, I believe I did. I have everybody's email. I have everybody's email saved, so I can go through and start removing the pictures and downloading them. So, all right, Grumpy. No problem. So, yeah, hit that like button and subscribe if you guys haven't done that. Today is pretty cool. It's the first time I've ever hit 1,900 views on a live, and that's pretty awesome. I appreciate you guys for being here and hanging out, especially so early. So early on a Saturday morning. That's pretty cool. And White Rabbit, if you're still there, I also use the Kutzel flame burrs. Oh, Allison, it's 3 p.m. there. Oh, great. Well, then you've been up for a while. It is almost 10 o'clock here. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. I use the Kutzel flame burrs, the extremely aggressive, because a lot of the wood that I have is really hard wood, but you have to be careful. If you hit a softer wood with these, they will tear up some wood. So do some research on what you want to use. But yeah, the Vevor flex shaft and the Kutzel burrs. And if anybody is looking at getting any Kutzel burrs, go to Rhinestone Suzanne's page. I don't want to put up an affiliate link because she does. And she's not only a subscriber to the channel, but she is a channel member. So I don't want to step on her toes. But if you guys are looking at getting any type of Kutzel tools for carving, go through her link. You will get a 5% discount. And she does make a little bit of money off of it. Not very much, but she does make a little bit. So if you're going to buy any Kutzel tools, go through Rhinestone Suzanne's link. Awesome. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this live because I've got other stuff I've got to get done. I might go live later on today. we've had quite a few people from the UK, and that's awesome. That is awesome. That is a place I want to visit one day. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I've got things I've got to get done for the wife today, and I may be back on later on tonight. We'll see. But you guys have a great day, and thank you for being here. I truly, truly do appreciate it, and I will see you soon. I just want to go to the UK. Period. I don't know. It's always been intriguing to me to go there and see it. So I don't know. But have a great day. I do have to go. And I will talk to you guys soon.